Hi everyone, my name is Katie Vega and I am the program director here at CI. At CI, we have navigated the ups and downs of the pandemic, like all of you, and have really leaned on each other for support. And I'm really proud of all the ways our CI team has evolved and adapted with the new conditions of the world and ever-changing needs of our partners and communities. I feel our CAP instructors are the best people, honestly, to share exactly what this has looked like in their classes and programs. They've worked really hard to adapt their programs for online, hybrid, and very soon we'll be back to in-person learning. And they've even helped CI launch 2 brand new programs this year. So I'd love to turn this over to our wonderful CAP instructor, Erin, to tell us more about the program she's leading.
I had to unmute. It's different than I'm usually on Google Meets, so it's a different unmute system. Anyway, so I'm a CAP instructor and I'm also a ChangeMakers instructor. So I've been with Cottonwood Institute for more than 6 years now. And it's like my dream job. It's like the best thing ever. And some of you might not know what a CAP instructor is. Basically, we teach a class in the schools and we get kids connected with nature, get them outside, get them doing stuff outdoors. Like today we built Quincy's and played in the snow. And then we teach them about environmental issues. And after we teach them about a variety of environmental issues, we have them choose one local issue that really kind of, strikes a chord in them. And then they, as a group, develop an action project around it. And it's different than a service project because it's all student driven. And so Andrew, you can change the slide a little bit there. That was last semester, a group, and we started out, I got to see them for a little while, but then they went back online completely. And people are like, how does that work? Didn't know how it was going to work, but it worked great. This group, I want to highlight this group because this might have been the best, like, I don't know, 12, 15, 20 classes. Can't even count because I did a beer tasting, so I can't count that far. But anyway, they did such an amazing student-led action project where they developed a compass course for the city of Lafayette in the parks, like a permanent compass course, and like would burn these cool compass course clues because they were concerned about people not being connected with nature and not having anything to do during the pandemic. So my hats are off to those students. They completely led this themselves. Usually we have to kind of like pull them along a little bit more. These students are absolutely going to change the world. They're just amazing. You can change the slide again. And as you see in everything that they do, they are working together. It was unbelievable at how well these students work together, even online. It just super inspiring. And hopefully everyone can work together like these students do. My bird says hi. Anyway, and then now I'm going to change my hat. Cottonwood Institute. I've got a second role, changing my hat to the Daniel Boone hat. I'm also a ChangeMaker instructor, and ChangeMakers is kind of like the CAP program, but this is students that have been through the CAP program, and they're like the most amazing students, and they kind of got nominated for this, and they had to apply for this group, and it's kind of like a club, a super special top secret club of Cottonwood Institute alumni. And they're getting together and we're doing some amazing things. One of the things that when we first got together, they're kind of forming this brand new program themselves. And so we asked them what they needed out of the program. And this is kind of a little heartbreaking when you think of it, because these kids have been in pandemic when we asked them this, probably like 8 months by that time, 9 months. And they said, all of them said their dream was that all these students there would become really close friends. So students are starved for real relationships right now. and these students are building them, and it's amazing what these students are doing. And if you can see, I think it's the next slide, we are like outdoors in anything, like they are making friends. This was a compass course inspired by the first students, inspired like compass course all around the metro area, or the northern metro area. There were like 9 places they had to go, and they're like collecting things, and they're like top secret spies with their mustaches, just having a great time while being socially distant. And these 2 kids are together all the time. They're in the same cohort at school, so they can be without masks. It was very fun. But they had already had a mini action project where they collected materials for Attention Homes, which is a place where youth experiencing homelessness can go to get help. And they collected over 1,000 items in 2 weeks over the holiday break, the winter holiday break. So these students are amazing, and I can't wait to tell you what they choose for their action project. It's going to be unbelievable. And Chelsea and I get to hang out with them on Saturday and do a real in-person trip, which we have been starved for. So we'll let you know how that goes. And now we're off to another Katie.
Hello. I am the second Katie, Katie Morton. I am a CAP instructor as well. I'm at Axel Academy in Aurora, however. And a little about our year, we started off in late September with in-person classes for about 6 weeks. During that time, we did things like setting up tents together and lots of group games outside. Unfortunately, we did have to shift to remote learning, and I was initially really bummed at first. But I wanted to make class as exciting as possible for students because I know that Zoom can be a very draining place to be. One of the things that has absolutely been like one of the best parts of online class is just the increased vulnerability among students. We now have a classroom in 20 homes. I've met students' pets. I've met their siblings. I've seen their favorite decorations on their walls and their blankets and their cups of tea. And it's really special to have that with a group of students. Another cool bonus is that we get to do activities we would not be able to do easily in person. Right here, what you're looking at is a nature sculpture that one of our students created. And if you want to go to the next slide, there's some more artwork that students made by finding some natural materials around their home. My personal favorite, love the blueberries. And I think the largest win, though, that I'd love to like share with you all took place during our ramen cook-off and nutrition week. At the end of class on Monday, I had a student come to me saying, I'm super freaked out by the stove. I've never cooked on the stove before. I don't know if I can cook ramen. And so I gave her some alternatives that wouldn't require her to go on the stove, but she took it upon herself to spend the week overcoming that fear. She worked with her mom every day to get more and more comfortable on the stove. And when Thursday rolled around, she got super excited at the end of class and said, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm going to cook on the stove in class tomorrow. And I think that's what this class is all about, is students overcoming their fears, challenging themselves, and gaining lifelong confidence in different things. One exciting bit of news is we get to return to in-person learning in a little over a week. And with that, I'm gonna pass the ball to Jackie to share a little bit more about the Lafayette Youth Stewardship Corps.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. So most of you may not recognize me as a CI employee because I'm not. I am Jackie Curry, and I'm a project coordinator with Wildlands Restoration Volunteers, and I'm filling in for Adam this evening, although I think he's here, but I think his internet connection might be a little bit slower than normal. So I will be filling in this evening. So just to give a brief go around with the Lafayette Youth Stewardship Corps. So this program is a collaboration with a number of organizations across the Front Range, including the Cottonwood Institute, of course, WRV, Wildlands Restoration Volunteers, Thorn Nature Experience, Martin Ogle, and the Lafayette Open Space. I think I got everything. I think that's it. But through this internship and stewardship corps, we are providing a weekly outdoor work opportunity for 9 high school students each and every Saturday. So we are meeting in person with these with these interns every Saturday, I think with the exception of 2 so far. Those are around the holiday weekends. So with this, we focus on restoration projects when we meet with them each weekend, ranging from invasive plant removal and replacing them with native plants, which is this first photo here. And we also are working to improve the grounds of Lafayette's newly acquired Wanaka Centennial Farm, which is this right here. This was one weekend that we spent removing barbed wire along the farm border. And we're also doing trail work and more. So Cottonwood's role, as well as the conglomerate of organizations, we're helping to build a sense of community among the interns and their city of Lafayette, as well as to lead different professional development opportunities. And I think, yeah, third photo. So this third photo here, I actually wasn't here for this day. Adam was here. But on this day, the interns, Adam and Martin, they actually harvested milkweed seeds, and they were learning with Martin how to make cordage or rope out of milkweed fibers. So that was pretty cool. I'm pretty upset that I missed that. That seems pretty cool. And then I think we can go to the next photo. So I guess is one of our big wins here. This was very recent. This was just 2 weeks ago at the Wanaka Centennial Farm. We have been working on a flagstone pathway that runs along a chicken coop area, and we built this from scratch. We dug out the trench that they're placing stone in. We've measured out the areas that they need to place the stone. And in these pictures are 3 of our female interns, Paula, Sitlali, and Jenny. And while some of the other projects didn't really quite excite them as much, it was kind of hard to find some motivation for things that they were interested in. But once we started laying down the flagstone, they really started to click and vibe with one another, and communication was just on par. They were telling each other like, oh, I need this instead. Actually, no, let's do this instead. Actually, this looks really level. Let's move on. This looks really good. So just communication was just excellent, and you can tell that they were having a great time. And even on top of that, so these 3 are the only females within our group of interns, and they were just smashing the boys out of the park with their section of flagstone laying, and yeah, they just did a great job. So you can tell that they're enjoying the project, and more throughout the internship, you can tell that they really enjoy coming each weekend and getting to interact with one another, because most weekends, this is the only time that they have to interact with anybody else their age in person. So we've kind of learned each other's quirks and what we're good at and what we can help with. So it's been a real joy to kind of see them flourish and develop leadership skills. I think that's it. I think Katie's up next.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jackie. That was awesome to hear. So now I'd like to share some exciting programs and collaborations that are in the work. So we are currently developing a spring after school program for middle schoolers in Westwood, and that is thanks to a collaboration with our friends at the Kiva Center. I'm also really excited to share that CI will be collaborating with the Denver Public Library soon. So Erin is actually going to be teaching Compass course trainings to the staff from all 26 branches. And we will also be providing our Thrival kits and associated Explore Outside programming to youth across Denver. And our Thrival kits are supply kits that have like tarps, compasses, plant seeds, paracord, awesome fun things that students get to use when they're in our programs. We will also be hosting an All Careers video watch party and discussion. That's coming up on Wednesday, March 3rd from 6 to 7:15 p.m. So you'll hear a bit more about that from Adam, who's leading that charge. But basically, All Careers is an initiative that connects environmental knowledge and care with any and all careers, not just quote unquote green careers. So it's a call for everyone in every field to work together and apply environmental literacy to everything they do. And so what CI is specifically doing is making sure that it's reaching high school students who are thinking about future careers. So we're inviting students, educators, anyone who's interested in learning more about all careers to attend this watch party and discussion, again, March 3rd at 6 o'clock. And we'll share an event flyer and RSVP link with you all very soon. The CI team is also in development of some summer programs. Not going to share those just yet, but be sure to look for an announcement email for me. So I'm really excited to be working with such great partners like Jackie at WRV, Thorn, just so many awesome partners to co-develop and deliver our programs. And if you'd like to partner with us or get involved in any one of the programs that you just heard about, please reach out to me at katie@cottonwoodinstitute.org.